Good morning, peeps. Good morning. Jenny Cleaston here. I have been bombing along on this because, crazy quilting is just something that I have no idea, but it does something to me. I just absolutely love it. So you can see I have added my little sequins, and now what I'm going to do is, in this nugget of goodness, there were some lazy daisies. So you can see over there's some lazy daisies, and I think I'm going to do it. On this one here, I didn't add the colonial knots, whereas on mine I've added the colonial knots. Get rid of that. It's funny how sometimes I can just, the rhythm comes easily and quickly, and other days you just have to kind of be patient with yourself and see what happens. Come on, there's a little bit of fluff in this fabric, which I love. All right, so you get the idea. You don't need to watch me do this. I'll just get it done ASAP, and then I'm going to start working on this one here. So there you have it. Now, as I said to you before, this cretin stitch was not straight. It wasn't even. I like it. You see that there's funny little gaps here that maybe in your purest places that it shouldn't happen, but I love it. I love that it's slightly irregular. And do I think I can add things to this seam treatment? Absolutely. Do I think that I should? Hell's bells. No. I think that's when you get carried away and it sort of just runs away with you. Okay, now I'm going to go back to this book, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another nugget of goodness, and this time, because this is kind of straight, I'm going to have some meandering happening. And what to do, it's choices. So I like this feather stitch, one of my favorites. I think I'm going to do feather, because then I can have some movement going off. So what do you think about that, peeps? I also like that. My favorite one, of course, is, where is it? That. I'm not going to do that. I will do this nice and simple one. I'm going to keep this really nice and simple and not get too carried away with myself. So I'm going to do that. And what I will do is I'm going to use the beautiful Sue Spargo thread that is a metallic kind of pearl number 8, and that's what I will use. Now you can see that I will draw this for you so you can see there's, in this square here, in this shape, there's a lot of space here and there's not a lot of space there. So if I came out and did my meanderings this way, then I could have some there and there, because I do need to, I'll draw this for you so you can actually see, because remember, with a feather stitch I can't really you don't follow that line, because the feather stitch doesn't have a middle line. Now, somebody often asks me, there's a fern and a fly and a feather. There's one stitch that I very seldom use, and it's a fly stitch. And the reason why I don't like fly is I find it quite cumbersome. For me, it doesn't really hold a curve really well. And if you don't get your little legs straight, you know, you're in trouble. It has the enormous ability to be unfortunate. So I don't like to use a fly stitch. So this is how I like to work. I'm a stab stitcher. So I just bomb along like this using both hands. Okay, so the next thing that we have to do is we have to add on the little, I'll show you now. So the thing is, I've changed my mind again. And this time, the little stitch that I'm going to add on is going to be a softening. So I'm going to add these little things, those little things to this. So that means I'm onto one of the legs, I'm just going to add on some straight stitches. Okay, let's go. Just need to move this out the way. You come out this way. I'm just going to do a few and see how it looks before I bomb along and do everything. Okay. Because this metallic thread is actually quite strong. So what I'll do is I'll just park this thread over there and get this 2mm silk green ribbon. Oh, let's do a little lazy daisy here. Oh, come on, you're going through the knotted behind. Don't you just hate that every time a coconut? There's a knot there that I keep going through. Oh, sorry. I'm so much happier when I'm working on when both my hands are free. Okay, so that's going to look good. Okay, so that means I can actually undo this, and where I parked it, I can carry on doing these straight stitches. Now, they do look very, very big and powerful, so I most definitely will not do them on each one. Now, this is a trial video, I'm trying to get my, I work on a hoop on a stand, but I just can't get the camera close to me, blah, de blah. And I think the next best thing for me is to get a Lowry stand, and that might be the option for me. I know that Corinne uses a big stand for her camera, her phone or whatever she does. Yes, that's good. I'll just park this over here. Yes, okay. So this way, unfortunately, at the moment, you won't see me fastening off my work, but I don't think that is necessarily the important thing to see. When I started these videos, doing them, I didn't want them to be teaching videos. I teach so much, and sometimes I'm a bit teached out, and I simply wanted to put the camera on and record sort of for myself, really, my daily stitching and how they looked. And then they kind of morphed into teaching, and that isn't what I wanted this to be. So I try very hard not to teach. And truth be told, people travel a long way for my classes, as I said, and they pay to come to my classes, and I can't really, in all fairness, teach on here when people come to my classes. So yeah, so this is actually looking, I think, good. I think it looks pretty. I'm taking up space, which I wanted to do. It's not terribly busy. Sorry, I'm going through that knot at the back again. I'm not making it terribly busy, but I want to make it interesting, and I don't want to, crazy quilting is all about doing the seams. Whatever happens in the center of these, oh, come on, Jennifer, what's happening behind here? It's terrible when I can't look behind. Oh, sorry. I'm really keeping my mind. That is gorgeous. That is, I love it. 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 Okay, so what I can do is just add some green to there. Should it come out? Yes, it should. It should. Let's not even discuss it. I might just park this out here. I'm just going to have a whole lot of threads that are parked, and then afterwards I'll go back and end them off. All right, so I need, I reckon, a pearl number 8 or a green. Where's my stash? So what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to just add my leaves to this, and I'm going to get this little section over here the way I want it to be, and then I know that I can go ahead and do the rest. So as that car makes a terrible noise out there, I'm simply going to do one lazy daisy at the bottom, Is that going to be too thick? I think. Sure is, so we'll have to unpick that. Onto this, I'm just going to add some movement, and this was a fern stitch, but I'm just going to do the back stitches first, get that in place. and then come back in and do the stab stitches. This is a chameleon thread that I'm working with now, so it's a little bit finer. I hope I've got this hoop situation sorted, because it was driving me insane. I was so unhappy. Just couldn't get it right. Yes. All right, so that's looking pretty good. I'm happy. With that, peeps, I'm going to love and leave you with the beginnings of this crazy quilt project. Thanks for your time. Bye for now.